What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone Lite. Oh yeah, guys, so last episode we made ourselves a crazy world made completely out of emeralds. Let's head back here real quick and let's check it out. So yeah, we have a world here that's got lots of slimes and enemies there. I'm not really sure why all of this stuff. Is this chunk loaded a little bit, or maybe these guys are here from last time I was here? I don't know. Anyway, we have monsters spawning under there just because of the shadow from that island. So yeah, we have a complete world made of emerald, which is crazy, but we still need to get all the emeralds from here. So let's go back. We need a way to quarry out all of that stuff. I do believe what we're going to use is the RF tools builder. Yeah, the builder block, this thing. We want to use one of these to mine out all of the emeralds that we can mine out. Now, I do believe this has a range of 512 by 512. It's a pretty big area that it can mine out. So yeah, let's go ahead and make ourselves some brick. We need 4 bricks. Give me that back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so there is a builder. Awesome. So we also need to get ourselves a quarry card. Let us just grab shape card quarry. We have fortune, silk, clearing. I think we just need a regular quarry card. This will replace all of the emerald with dirt. That way we don't have big holes everywhere. It'll just be patches of dirt. I think that'll be just fine. So in order to do that, we do need a diamond pick, and we also need a shovel, right? Yeah, diamond shovel. That and that. I feel like we made one of these just recently. Did we make this, or maybe we made something else? I don't know. Anyway, so there is a shape card quarry. So we have the builder, we have the card, we need a way to transfer those items. So this needs to send items back somehow. I assume we're gonna use like an ender chest or something. We'll figure that part out here shortly. And then we need a way to power that, so we'll just use the quantum entangloporter. One of these things should be fine. I almost wonder if we send back all those blocks through our quantum entangloporter, will that go through this thing and into our system like we're sending all of our magical crops, or will that clog it up? I don't know how much space this thing has in its internal power. And look at that power just kind of like fluctuate a little bit. That's crazy. Maybe we're gonna have to do something else for our power. I'm not sure. But anyway, so now that we have these things, we should be able to set up some kind of a quarry there in the overworld, or I'm sorry, in the emerald world. So let's look at ender chest. Don't remember, did we learn one of those before? Ender chest. No, we learned ender pouch. We do have an ender chest here. So I will learn this. I guess we'll put it there so we can take a few out. All right, so there's that one. Then we'll put this one back. So we need 2 diamonds so we can set this to a private network. And then I guess we'll just make it lime color. Lime. We're sending emerald back. It kind of makes sense. So you know what? I think we need 6 of those. All right, so let's lay these guys down real quick. There and there. We'll put diamonds on them to make them our own personal chests, and then we'll just color these all lime. Awesome. Okay, so now we have a specific color where we're going to be transferring emerald back to the overworld. So I think we should be kind of good, at least for right now, to initially set this up. Man, I don't like all the slimes over there. Let's set it up over on this side. Okay, so we'll put the builder block here. Bob the builder. We will place our ender chest here. That's where it's going to push all the items. Then we need a place to put power in. We'll do it over here. So we'll do private this one. Go over to the energy tab, on, and make sure everything's set to output. Auto eject is on, so we should have power. We do. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to mess with the shape card. So I'll shift right click on this. We will say the dimension is going to be 512 by, what Y level are we at? Y64. So I think we do 64. Is that how we do it? And then 512. Okay. Now I think we need to set the offset. This will depend on if we want it going into this direction, that direction, this direction, or that direction, right? So we need to set the offset, and I don't know which way is which, so we'll figure this out. Let's do 512 by, I think we have to do -64, so it starts at the ground level, not at the level of the builder. So it'll start at bedrock and work its way up. I think we have to do that, or maybe we have to do 32. I never remember the way that works. Maybe we have to do it halfway down into the ground. I don't know. Anyway, then we'll do -5, 12 here. We'll see where this says. So there's the shape of a box. We want it solid. We don't want it hollow. So yeah, we want it solid. That can mine out 16,777,000 blocks. I think that's going to be pretty good. So we can pop that right in there. Now, a thing that we want to do is click support preview mode. Now, if I did this correctly, we won't be able to see anything, any of the things that it's doing. Looks like I have it one block too high. It does show right above, but I think that'll be pretty good. Okay, so we can see that's in that quadrant there. So if we go this way, that is on the positive Z axis. So let's pull this card out again. Looks like we have a visitor. Get out of here. Whoop, get out, get out. Okay. So on the Z axis, we can make that a positive number. And that should put it over in this direction, I do believe. So we'll pop that card in, push the preview mode on once again. We should see a box appearing over here, I do believe. There it is. Okay. Now the thing is, if we set this thing up and we put it into this quadrant over here, it's probably going to delete some of this platform. So I do believe we want to set it down one more block so we don't see that anymore. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll move that down to -33, and I think that should prevent it from appearing on the surface. But it should still be doing this area over here. We won't be able to see any of that thing appear above anymore. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. So now we should be able to turn this thing on. That'll just fill up our ender chest full of emerald real quick. So let's grab a lever. We turn that on. We are collecting all of the emerald. All right, so let's turn that off for a minute. We need a way to pull the emeralds out of this thing and a place to store them. If we're going to be collecting 16 million blocks, we're going to need some storage space. Let's head back to the overworld for right now. Okay, so now that we're back here, we are going to want to probably get ourselves a deep storage unit. Currently, we've been storing all of our emeralds from our sifting operation, which we haven't been using for a while, right here in this compacting drawer. Now, this will hold a lot of emeralds. We have 6,400, and currently we're only using one of these upgrades in order to provide that many blocks, but eventually we will run out, and we don't want to just void these things. Now, we can take the void upgrade out and put another upgrade here, and then this will fill up and it'll spill over into our AE system. I'm not sure I want to do that either. So I think what we're going to do, if we come down here, we do have ourselves a deep storage unit that we made previously. This is holding all of our essence, right? Let's go ahead and punch this thing. We'll grab that. We'll go into our transmutation table and we will learn that and stick that guy right back there. So now we can make any or more deep storage units whenever we want to. And I think that's what we're going to end up doing here for all of that. I guess we can put our emerald blocks back here right next to this guy. That should be fine. So let's go ahead and grab out of here. I don't know why that was still showing there. One deep storage unit. We'll place that here. This doesn't contain items. It's only copying the block itself. Okay, so we want to grab emerald blocks. Something like that. Place that here. We want to lock it. So nothing else. If we take the last one out, it'll still only accept emerald blocks, right? So that's the idea with that. We'll place this guy back here. All right, so now we want to grab ourselves a storage bus. Place here. This one I want to have the highest priority possible for emerald only. Again, we'll grab emerald. We'll just shift click that right into there. Okay, so I want to make sure the emeralds are going to go here, but I don't know what I set the priority on this one where the other place for emeralds to go would be. Is this 100? That's 1,000. Okay, so we want this one to be even higher priority. We'll set this one to be 2,000. So if this thing ever fills up, then I'll spill over here, but this thing will never fill up because it holds like 2.14 billion or trillion items. I don't know. It's a ridiculous amount. Right, so now we got to hook that up to the system. So ME glass cable. So all we got to do, just one of these little guys, pop that right there. So now we have essentially unlimited emerald storage. Now we can dump as many of those as we want into our applied energetics system. The other thing we got to consider now is how we're going to get all those emeralds out of this lime chest and into our AE system. So we're going to have to figure that part out. I'm not sure where we're going to put this. We could put it down here. Yeah, we could do something like putting our chest here and then piping into this thing. Kind of like how this crafter is taking our crop stuff, crafting it, and then any of the output goes from here into this interface. I guess we could do this. Let's try, what do we need? Item conduit. Should be, I think maybe 2 of those is what we're going to need. I'm not entirely sure. We'll try and just see how this works out. So I'll do insert, extract, always active, and then we'll put in 15 stack upgrades. So that pulls out the stacks quite quickly, but I think we're collecting them a little bit faster than that. So I think we are going to need, why did I not hit that? I think we are going to need 2 of these guys here. So let's do that. This will be insert. This will be extract, always active, and then another stack of those. Okay, so now what we need to do is go back to the Emerald World, turn the quarry back on, and just see if we are in fact keeping up with that. Like if we're overflowing on the emeralds, or if they're being pulled out as soon as we're getting them. So let's turn this back on. Okay, well, I am not seeing emeralds staying in here. Now, if we go in here, we can see our emerald blocks correctly going into the system. I think we're doing really good here, guys. I think this is great. All right, so yes, we are in fact collecting emeralds into our system. It is not filling up this chest. It is going to where we want it. The other thing is we do have to make sure this is chunk loaded. So let's go ahead. I would use the FTB utilities one. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. We've had so many issues with that chunk loader. I would rather use the chicken chunk loader or a spot loader. Either way, I think we'll just make a full chunk loader. Like so, and then I will just stick that right here. Let's check the chunks. All right, so we can just do this as a radius 1. That should just load this one chunk that we're in. We could craft this into a spot loader. That is another thing you can do. You take one of those, wrap it with pearls. I guess that has EMC. We could do that. Anyway, then you get spot loaders. The spot loaders, 10 of those, each one loads one single chunk. So we could just place that here instead, but this is going to work just fine. Okay, so somewhere in this general direction, this quarry is mining stuff. I'm going to assume it's in this far corner, but I don't know for sure. It could be like over here, or it could be over this way. But let's just fly out just a little bit, see if we can see some dirt patches. So I am kind of curious to see where it's at. So it wasn't that way. We'll come over here to this corner. Ah, it's the final corner. Okay, well, it wasn't there. Or was it? Was I not far enough this way? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was thinking, let's warp back. Warp back to the overworld real quick. I'm not sure where the entrance point is. Is that at 0, 0, or is it a different spot? Yeah, so about 0, 0. All right, so let's try going this way, all the way to -X. Okay, here we go. So we can see one line. Why is it doing one line? It's just doing this little section of the chunks, making its way all the way down here. That's not very much. That's kind of weird. Is it even mining right now? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I guess we're just on the very edge of one chunk border. If we had it over one more block, it'd be doing this full chunk here instead of just this one little line of this partial chunk. It is kind of weird. I am pretty sure that we told it to do a full solid box, not a hollow box. Normally when you see something like this, it makes you wonder if it's just doing like the borders around and not the full thing. But I do think we have it set up. So this is kind of one of those reasons why I did want to see what it was doing here, just to make double sure that we aren't screwing something up. But yeah, once it gets done, all the way 2 more chunks this way, we should be able to head all the way to the end over there and see it doing full chunks at a time. And then we should really see a whole lot of emerald enter this chest. And then that'll be the final test here. So there it goes. I do believe it'll be all the way down here starting again. So let's fly down here and see where the start is. Oh yeah, there it is. That'll be a really loud, crazy sound once it comes back up to the surface here. Oh man. So we have 39,000 emeralds already, guys. That is so crazy. That's so good. Now we could also make this thing go faster too if we infuse the builder. We haven't done that. That might be something worth doing. Again, I don't know how many emeralds we need. I don't know how much EMC we need, but the amount of EMC that we're gonna have, like right now, it says that we have like so much it doesn't even show. It's just so much. Yeah, you know what? I think we will go ahead and infuse that machine over here. I think that's gonna be my next step. Let's infuse this thing, make it go as fast as possible. That way we're not waiting on the slowness of the machine. It'll be going, yeah, as quickly as it possibly can. So we'll turn this thing back off. I'll take the card out. I don't think I actually have to do that, but I'm gonna do that anyway. So we'll go back to the overworld once again. Did we ever make an infuser? I don't think we made a machine infuser. Yeah, so we need a machine infuser. There it is. And then we need 4 stacks of the dimensional shards. Great, okay. And then I can't remember, does the machine infuser require RF? We'll place it right there. Yes, it does. Okay, so builder block goes here. Those go there. We really just have to wait for this thing to nom all those. So let's wait for that to finish up, and then we'll bring it back to the mining world and see how much faster it is. Okay, guys, so we're back, and this should be now going a little bit faster than what I was doing before. So yeah, we're doing the full chunk. It just got done doing this one right here. So that's going from the surface all the way down to bedrock. So it should be appearing here in just a second, and we can see the difference and what the speed is. It is pretty significant, to be honest, for only a cost of 4 of those dimensional shard or stacks or whatever, stacks of the shards. Okay, I guess it is taking a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take. I mean, that is a lot of blocks, 16 by 16 by 64. So where are we at? Is it here? Is it coming? Is it going to happen? Are we backing up on items? Is that maybe where our problem is? Are we not pulling the items out fast enough now? Okay, we are collecting a lot of items, but it looks like our emeralds are being pulled out reasonably fast. Yeah, we're definitely not backing up. I was thinking that that might be a problem here, that it wasn't extracting them fast enough. Okay, it looks like we just started this one here. Yeah, I guess it just takes it a while to get all the way down to the bottom of the chunk in order to see. I guess we could ride this all the way down to kind of see. There we go. Where's it at? I could have sworn this thing went faster. Maybe we're just not giving it enough power. That might be the other thing, because we did see the quantum and tango porters earlier. That one definitely didn't seem like it had all the power that it could have. Yeah, we're definitely not creating enough power for this thing. That is unfortunate. Now, is it because we can't transfer the power over? Let's try grabbing some more of these. Oh, we have the flux, the cryo stabilized, don't we? I wonder if that would be better. I did go ahead and connect energy conduit over to this thing, our matter receiver. If that runs out of power and you warp here, bad things can happen. Is that getting any more power? I don't think it is. Yeah, I wonder if there's like some kind of limitation on how much power this thing can output. Try and give it more size, more connections to be able to output more power. Yeah, I think this thing can only output so much RF per tick. Now, another option we could use, there is a way to send power through RF tools. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea to do at this point. Maybe going back to Tesseracts might be something worth investigating. Or not Tesseracts, I was gonna say the dimensional transceivers, but again, those have a power limitation. And I'm not really sure how to get the most amount of power out of this thing that we're trying to do right now. All right, guys, so we went ahead and we sped up the the builder significantly. So we are collecting a ridiculous amount of emeralds at this point, and cobblestone, depending on where it is in the world where it's mining it. We had to add in a total of 4 of these Ender.io item conduits going into this interface here to dump all of those emeralds and cobblestone into the system. Otherwise, we just weren't keeping up. It was backing up. Yeah, let's go over here real quick. Let's see how the emerald supply is looking in this. Okay, so we have 159,000. You can see we're just collecting hundreds of these things per second now. It is a little crazy. Let's go back once again to our builder. We'll take a look and see what's going on there. How much faster it's going and all this kind of stuff. Are we keeping up with power? We aren't, not really. So I decided to put a Draconic solar panel on here. In fact, we might need another one. Let's grab a second one. So these will provide about 100,000 RF per tick per solar panel. There we go. Now we're keeping up with power, I think. Yeah, maybe. We're keeping up with the items. Yeah, the items are being pulled out pretty quickly. Yeah, and then we're getting a little bit of a power buffer. Kind of. It looks like we might even need to put one more face on here. Maybe I'll remove the quantum entangle porter here and move the chunk looter and put another one right there. Yeah, it's like I can't transfer the power fast enough. Maybe do the solar ones have an upgrade? Oh, efficiency upgrade. Let's see. Machine traversal upgrade. Distributes energy to 1 additional. No, we don't need that. Transfer rate upgrade. Increases a transfer rate by 10%, decreasing returns to scale maximum 8. Maybe these are what we need. Let's see if we can put a couple of those in there. See if we can get more power. Oh my goodness. So yeah, the reason why I decided to go with solar, as you can see, the sun was kind of jumping right there. Somebody on the server, I'm not sure who it was, is using the Draconic Evolution Celestial Manipulator, which I assume they're outputting a redstone signal when it becomes nighttime and then setting the time to day once again at the cost of RF. And I saw that when it became rainy earlier, the rain automatically shut off as well. So again, I assume somebody is using something to do that. Now these solar panels, I'm not entirely sure. Can you put like them into a multi-block and do they export more power? Let's see. It doesn't say how much it's exporting. Let's try another solar here and see if we can connect the two together and see if that starts outputting more power. Does that work any better? No. I was just wondering because that upgrade did say that it can output to more than one machine from the structure or whatever. Okay, so what we need to do, let's do this transfer rate upgrade. Guess we need one of those to one of these. Okay, and that is EMCable, so let's just make it easier on ourselves. So we'll learn that. And we want 7 more of those. And then 8 more. There you go. Okay, so 8 into this one. Wait, that won't even go in here. What? Solar panel upgrade increases the transfer rate by 10%, decreasing returns to scale maximum 8. Does not go in here. Solar Flux Reborn. Solar Flux Reborn. I don't know. So I guess the other thing, we can reuse the cryo stabilize. We can do this. This will allow infinite RF per tick. So we'll connect these like so. And then we'll just throw the solars on there. And that should provide, hopefully, the power that we're looking for into this machine. Is that going to work? Are we keeping up on power? No, we're still not keeping up. I guess we could try and put the cryo stabilize below, get one more connection in there. How's that working? Now we're keeping up completely full. Awesome. Okay, well, with enough finagling, we were able to do it. Just not as pretty as we'd like. And now it doesn't look like we're able to keep up on the amount of emerald that we are collecting in the system. It's like one thing after another. So I guess another thing that we can do, since we have one chest over here, down below, and we're extracting from so many sides into this, we could probably add in another chest, right? Since they're all linked to the same thing, and have more conduits extracting out of that and trying to go into one of these things. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep playing around with this. Hopefully we'll get this all situated. We'll not have to worry about this. I just want to run maximum speed, and we keep running into roadblocks here and there. Yeah, let me play around with this and we'll be back, guys. Okay, I think we've beat it. I think we've done it. So yes, our ender chest now has connections on all 6 sides, all with stack upgrades, all pulling out and going into the interface. And it looks like we are in fact keeping up with this finally. Okay, so now we should be able to see this thing going at maximum speed. Let's take a look over here and just see if this is going up much faster. Yeah, that is going up a few hundred per second now. 300,000 emerald blocks. That is so many, guys. I don't know what we're going to do with all of that. But now, I definitely want to see what this thing going at max speed looks like over here as far as mining out this stuff. So we should hear it go really, really fast as soon as it comes back up to the surface. Maybe I'll try and follow it down. Yeah, look at how fast it's doing those layers. Okay, it's almost at the top. Let's go up here. Oh, I'm sorry, almost at the bottom. That's what I meant to say. And that's really good. That's really good. Okay, so we are now collecting emeralds out of this thing at a very reasonable rate. We won't have to keep the dimension running for forever. I like it. I don't know why those solar panel upgrade things don't work. Maybe they just don't work on the Draconic version of those solar panels or something. I honestly don't know. But we were able to power the thing completely using some of these solar panels mixed with the cryo-stabilized flux ducts. So yeah, I think we're going to be doing very well here. Alright guys, so now we have an unlimited supply of emeralds, which is essentially an unlimited supply of EMC. I think we need to make some changes here to our neutronium compressors. So previously we were using nether stars to provide the EMC for all of these things. I have since turned this all off, so we're not wasting all of our nether stars. We can go ahead and set this thing back to extract. In fact, let me grab the conduit probe. This guy right here, just make my life simpler so we can set this thing to copy pasta mode. We'll copy this and pasta to all of these and make sure that we are extracting, but we are no longer sending any more nether stars through here, so we don't have to worry about that. Now this last one on the end is going to be a little bit different. Okay, so now that we have all of that set up, all these nether stars, once it's done, will go through. In fact, I could go through the ones that are a little bit slower that haven't used nether stars at all. So that one's fine. That's using up all the cobblestone. That's fine. Doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, we're just kind of trying to conserve our stars. Let's grab these. The diamond one's probably all the way done by now. Yeah, now it's going through, chewing through these. Okay, that's going to be just fine. Let's put all these stars away. So we're going to switch this over to use emerald, since we have essentially unlimited amount of these things. So we will start outputting emerald into all of these guys over here. So let's make sure we turn this on, always active. So we have to set the filter here as well. So I'll set this to emerald. So that'll start filling up all of these chests eventually, wherever they start with those emerald blocks. And we'll be using those for the EMC instead of nether stars. Why is it not extracting? Block of emerald, always active. There we go. Got it solved. So yeah, we'll use the block of emeralds from now on to make all these other ones here so we can continue making our singularities, right? Okay, so that's going to be just fine. So the other side needs to have the same thing happen. But again, this last chest over here is going to be different. Since we aren't going to be turning emerald into emerald, that doesn't make sense. Let's go ahead and just get rid of this whole energy condenser thing. We'll get all these emeralds out of here. Take all of those out. And there we go. So we can just reclaim this energy condenser. We're not going to be using it at all anymore. So we can just connect this guy directly to this one right here and just start inserting emerald blocks directly. So now we need an item conduit. Maybe two? Is it just one? Not sure. Maybe it'd just be one. Okay, just one. Yep, and then we can start inserting the emeralds directly like that. So we'll set this filter and set this one. Yeah, always active. All right, so we are putting emeralds in there. That's filling up full of emeralds. It doesn't matter if we're using more than what we absolutely need. Not trying to be frugal with the amount that we have. And then again, emeralds will just end up down here once everything's done filling up before it. Okay, so now that we have that done, we can start making the emerald singularities, the diamond singularities, all of our different singularities. We don't have to worry about running out of this stuff. And if for some reason we do start running out of emeralds, we can go ahead and go back and then set that quadrant to a different section and then have twice as many. And we can do that 3 more times and have like basically all of the emeralds. We can also collect these faster with more builder blocks if we really wanted to do that. I don't think that's necessary. I think the speed that we're collecting these things, I think with the speed we're collecting those is going to be just fine. I am kind of curious where are we at over here. Okay, so it's filling up this one. That's our nickel blocks. All right, then I'll start doing the diamond ones. It'll start eating these pretty quickly, the emeralds and the diamond one, but it should still start making progress here. Yeah, so like 1 stack makes like 3 stacks of diamonds. Yeah, and then eventually this will just fill up with those, and then I'll start inserting the emeralds directly into the neutronium compressor over here, and then we will eventually just fill up on all of our different singularities, which will be great. Now, again, I don't know if we need these singularities, like massive amounts of these. In Project Ozone 2 Kappa, we did need a whole lot. This pack is slightly different. We might not need any more at this point, but since we already went through the trouble of making the Emerald World and getting all of the EMC, I feel like we should just go ahead and keep this thing stocked up, right? I think so. Guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. We still need to make ourselves that ultimate stew. So that's probably what we're going to be looking at next episode. Once we get that ultimate stew made, which is going to take a little bit of time. There's a lot of crafting and auto crafting needs to go into that. We'll start being able to make the infinity stars. Yeah, or infinity catalyst, I guess that's what the name is. And then we can start looking at the real end game, the Avaridia stuff, and then eventually going and fight the Chaos Guardian. It's going to be awesome. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.